All right, here we go. Welcome in. Woo, we're ready to go. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome in. Tonight's going to be a fun freaking night tonight. We're doing the remix. If you don't know what a remix is, it's because I haven't done it on live stream before. A remix is where we take items that don't quite haven't made sense or don't look good, and then we're going to shift it into something else. Speaking of which, I got to grab one thing here. We're going to maybe use this for the remix. We're going to find out. We'll figure it out. Anyway, that's a remix. So we come in and we just mix everything back up and turn it into something else. And I got a few things in here. We're going to start off with an easy one. We're going to start off with a super easy little adventure here. So here we go. And we got to trim this down. What's up, Red Squeak? How you doing? How's everybody doing? Welcome in, everybody. Good to see everyone. And we're going to go right here. Hope everybody's having a good evening. I'm having a blast, so thank you for hanging with me. We're going to have a good time. This is going to be fun. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. You know, we're going to do some glow in the dark. Let's do some boroglow, glow in the dark glass. She's doing good. She's at the skilled nursing facility, so she is getting better. But thank you. Yeah, she's doing good. Philip, what's up? How you doing? $10. Colleen, how are you? Dragonfly, Leslie, Linda, Cheryl, what's happening? And then hello, John, Timothy, Red Squeak, Echo. So we haven't done glow in the dark in a long time. Let's do some glow in the dark. I should do more glow in the dark. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat if you think I should do more glow in the dark glass, like actual glow in the dark. He's doing good, Tim. Yeah, like true glow in the dark. Okay, we're going to open this up. I haven't finished my camera setup, but you notice I did change the angle a little bit. We are at a little bit of a different angle tonight. So this one's more top down. Give you a little more reference. Chandelier's not so visible, but that's not the point. The point is the glass, not the chandelier. Yep, the glow show. Hello, Liz. I don't think my camera is going to be able to pop in close, though. Maybe I can get the 360 to work. I don't know. No, we're going to have to, unfortunately, we're going to be at a distance tonight. I'm sorry. Let me just check a window real quick and we'll see. Nope. Nope. Oh, no, I can get close. All right. We can do it. Yeah, this angle's a lot better. All right, so we got the clear blank tube. Let's grab us some glow-in-the-dark glass. So that my glass is glow-in-the-dark. It comes in a powder form. So it makes it easy to spread it out. Okay, there we go. We're going to pop it in here and just spread that in. So this is a true glow-in-the-dark glass. Not like the uranium that's just black light. This will actually glow in the dark. It's a pretty amazing process to get it done. And once it's glowing, it looks outstanding. All right, here we go. We're going to pop this in one more time, get a little bit more in there. So yeah, this glows like crazy. And tonight we are doing what's called the remix. The remix is a process where exactly what it sounds like. I take items, things that I haven't completed or random items, and then we're going to turn them into something else rather than throw them away. So this is what I call the remix. All right, we're going to seal that off. I got to move my water bucket. Wow. That did not want to come off. It was like, nope, not today. All right, we're going to grab a punty here and we're going to melt all this in. I have an idea what I want to do with this. I just don't know if I want to. Yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah, we're just going to do it. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm melting the glow-in-the-dark glass in here. So I'm melting it from the outside in. So the outside portion is getting super hot and it's melting the glass powder on the inside. And that's what's blending it together. Gonna pull it down right about there. Then we're going to heat it up here and we're going to roll it into the black frit. So this is going to have a black frit on the outside. I'm not going to tell you what we're doing. We're just going to be a surprise all night. Yeah, everybody says that, Liz. I love that. So yeah, this is the remix. Let's roll it in that black frit. Let's pull it close up for a second so you guys can see that. So now you can see that little chunky glass running around the outside. I need to get a little bit more down here. We're going to have to bunch this stuff up. Wait till you see what we do. This is going to be a cool piece, I promise. Stick around for another 5 minutes. You're going to love it. We're not that far off. It's not going to take that long. All right, here we go. We're going to melt it in. We're going to melt it in. I've been working on a new video too. This will be like an actual long form video, about 20 minutes. I'm going to describe, go over how I got started in this, go over my mom's career, go over how I progressed over the years, kind of like a little backstory, because I forget I haven't really talked about that. All right, here we go. We're going to blow it open. And we're going to pop it here. Give it a little pop. All right, for this one, we are going to come close up, though, so you guys get a view. All right, there we are. Actually, I should do it this side. I don't care what side. I'm ambidextrous, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that'll work. All right, here we go. We're going to spin it really fast, and we're going to open this little chamber up. So we got a little disky there. Like that. Then we're going to heat it up and just kind of let it naturally form some dips and curves. Let the heat do it. Like that. Almost looks like a hat. Okay, we're going to bring it in here. Give it a little help here. All right, so now we created a little bit of like a little scallop right there, all the way around. Okay, we got the black glass on the outside. Warm the whole thing up. Nope, no jellyfish. I'm not saying anything till we get it done. Not saying a word. I'll throw the filter on though. That way you guys can see that. Look at that. Multi-talented at the moment. I have my moments. All right. First step. It's going to be hard to see, but right now you can see that black with the white inside. And then we got the black on the outside and the white down there. We just warm this up a little bit. I can't let this cool down too much. The glow in the dark is really sensitive to cooling down. It does not like it. And then we're going to gold fume the inside. Throw a little gold in here. Woo! There we go. I should probably borax it. All right, now you can see we got that golden hue to it. All the way, look at how it transferred through. Let's keep the outer section here warm. Just going to keep it warmed up. Yeah, kind of. We're not done yet, though. This has some surprises to it. Don't do that at home. Don't reach across a flame like that. Just going to borax that in a little there. A little dab will do ya. There we go. Now we got that pinky look that I wanted. So now we got pure gold running through there. Oh, you know what? I brought my flashlight. Might be able to get it going. There we go. So you can hopefully see that little bit of a golden hue to it. And then there it is from the side. All right, we got that done. We're going to grab this. So this is a remix night. Again, this is where I take items that I haven't quite completed or that I did complete that I hate, that we're going to remix into something else. It's the remix. All right, here we go. You know, I love these little spirals. I am digging that. All right, we're going to take this, separate it. It's still moving around. And we're going to heat up in here. I'm going to try and do a natural bend, but we'll see. Okay, I like it. So we got this kind of natural little bend and everything to it. We're going to park that in for the moment. And we're going to be adding this little guy to it, this little butterfly. I got to make a hook for it, though, before we go too far. So we're going to add that butterfly to it. We're going to pop the butterfly on there. I don't go through that much gas. My dog produces more gas than I go through. Let's make a quick hook. No, I haven't heard the singing guy. What do you guys think? Is this angle better or no? Do you like it better? It's more down. Both. The both close up and the close up's also at a different angle now. Yeah, they're both at separate, they're both at the new angle. We can pop it back out for the moment. I'll bring it back in when we go to complete it. And, well, gotta clean that up. Get off. All right, so we're going to take this, we're going to melt this off, and then we're going to attach it to the butterfly, then we're going to attach the butterfly to the flower. Now I got to make this hook a little bit stronger than normal ones because it's going to support a lot of weight. So there is the little hook we're going to add on. Let's grab our butterfly. It's a short rod to hold it with. I do like this butterfly though. I'm trying to show you guys, but it's really dark right now. I'll show you when it's all complete. Let's go ahead and complete this. Oops, sorry. I was off camera there. All right, let me see if I can get this into the camera for you guys. I'm going to have to get used to this adjustment. So there's the back of the butterfly. You can see all the turquoisey colors bouncing through there. And then there it is on the stem, like that. Just a little, and then this will all glow in the dark. But I love that turquoisey color with the silver fume. Now we got to pop that into the kiln and let it warm up. All right, back out. Yeah, Debbie, how are you? Hey, Debbie. Well, that's a one-off butterfly flower glow-in-the-dark thingy. All right, here we go. We are going to, we're going to collapse a whole bunch of stuff here and turn this into an item. Y'all ready? First part we're going to get rid of is the prototype candy cane or candy swirl that I did. I don't like it. So we're going to melt it up. So this, again, this is called the remix. I'm just going to take all this stuff and remix it in. Oh yeah, we do have a fanboy. Welcome in, fanboy. I'm doing good, Debbie. Thank you. How much do I spend in gas a month? Actually, it went down this month, only about 800. Yeah, about 800. It's not too bad this month. Sometimes it can be 1200. All right, so we're taking that little piece right there and we're just mixing it up. And we're going to blend it. Now this has red and white to it, so it's going to have some red and white mixtures. And here we go. We're looking good. Yeah, we're doing good. All right, let's melt this in a little bit. I'll pull it close up again. I should probably move that right there. There we go. And while we're at it, I'll just use the filter again so you guys can see how I see the world. That's how I see everything. That's how I can see what I'm doing versus that. Allows you to kind of see into the flame. Now, just so you all know, I have been working on, yeah, we're going to make it a marble, but we're making it with, we're remixing items. So this was a peppermint candy. We're going to bring it down and mix it in. So we got to leave this here for the moment. We're going to grab our next item, melt that down, and then we're going to combine the two. Let me get it a little bit rounder though. So if you don't know what we're doing tonight, we are doing the remix. This is where I take items that I've been unhappy with, and we're remixing it into another item that is kind of cool. Hopefully cool. I don't want to remix it twice. Oh, really, Robbie? That's awesome. Oh, Debbie, we can do that. All right, let's park this in the kiln temporarily. And then we're going to grab our next remix item. Wait till you see the next remix after this we're doing. It's going to be epic. I promise you, the next remix after this one is amazing. So we're going to take this butterfly I wasn't too happy with on the prototype. I wasn't going to, this was a prototype design, but you can see the wings are really off. So it's not exactly something I was like contemplating selling. But we're going to take it up here and we're going to melt it down and remix it. I'll show you how you can bend wings though in the meantime. So you heat up a wing and you can just let it naturally droop. We're going to make a funky bunny ear butterfly. Check it out. We'll make a butterfly with bunny ears. An Easter butterfly. The Easter butterfly. All right, let's get this thing all melted in. We already made an angry pickle, so why not an Easter butterfly? Is the glow-in-the-dark glass that Jason invented? Yes. This is the glow-in-the-dark glass that I did invent, yes. That we're going to be using tonight. We are doing some glow pieces. Yeah, I've been looking at my content, and I haven't done much glow-in-the-dark. All right, so we're going to mash that up. And then we're going to detach here. This is going to get a little squirrely. There we go. Ooh, that flame bit me. If you don't know what a flame bite is, it sucks. So the flame travels up the wing and hits you. It definitely sucks when that happens. You guys want to see the butterfly flopping around? Here, we'll do the wings floppy wings. Almost looks alien now. Yeah, it sucks when that happens, when the flame comes back and bites you. It definitely sucks, but it happens. All right, let's mix it all up. Now it looks like a freaking sea creature. I got to show you this, and then we'll mix it. There we go. Close up. Doesn't it look like a weird sea creature? Hi, Dale. What's up, DC? All right, let's mix it all up. All right, so we're doing what's called the remix. We are taking items that I did not like, or items that were kind of funky, or items that had a problem that become unfixable, and we are remixing them into new items tonight. So this will be totally random. It's totally chaos. There's no way, there's no preset conceived progress with it, nothing. We're just remixing. And here we go. So this has green, turquoise, and cobalt. And we're going to mix it right up to here. And then we're going to combine it with the red and white portion of the marble. We're going to combine the two halves together and make it one marble. There we go. We're looking good. Fantastic. Welcome in, everybody. If you are just joining, we are doing the remix tonight. Totally random chaos. No plan. Remix is a group of items that we are remixing into a usable item. And while we're doing this, I'll bring the filter back in for you guys, a little more action. So one of the new camera views will be a didymium filter on the camera. So you will be able to see this on a permanent action now. So it's going to be a didymium filter on the camera itself, which is going to be pretty amazing. Yeah, I did do the sailboat. I brought it out here. It sucks, but I'll show you guys the sailboat if you want. I'm not happy with it. It's like the first one I did in 20 years, but even Stephanie was like, I've never seen you do that before. I was like, there's a reason. All right, there's the red and white one. Let's go ahead and combine them. Smush. We'll make more boats if you guys want. We'll be making more boats if you want. Oh, let the trolls have at it. Just let the fanboys do their thing tonight. They'll get bored. Let the fanboys do their thing. They'll be very bored. Unless it's like offensive to like kids. Then you got to block it. But if they're attacking me, I don't care. All right, we're combining it all together. So there we are. We got the two parts smushy together. Yeah, I couldn't see them all. But yeah, if they're offensive to kids or something, they get blocked. Oh, on YouTube, the fanboys. We have fanboys on YouTube. It's the fanboy club. Okay, here we go. All right, so we got two halves essentially here. We have a red and white half, and then we got a blue, green, and turquoise half. We're going to smush it down a little, and then we're going to create a little spiral twist in it. This is why I changed the angle so you guys can see the marble mold better. The marble mold was missing. Okay, there we go. We're smush. Then we're going to repunty to the other side. And smush the other side down a little bit. Right over here. And then we're going to stretch it out and twist it back over. Oh yeah, Liz, we got the fanboys. It's okay though. What's up, Chris? Okay, here we go. We're going to separate it. And we're going to bring it back to the mold and smush it down a little bit. Then we're going to change the entire attachment points here. This is actually going to be a good sized marble. I don't know if the filter will show some of the color in here. No, too far out. But anyway, that's the filter. So you guys can see what happens with my glasses. All right, let's pull close up. Here we go. Boom. So we have to switch the axis. So right here is the red and white, and down here is the blue and turquoise. So we're going to go right to the side where the colors are meeting. We're going to push it right there, attach. And then tap, and then off it comes. So now you can see there's the blue side, and then there's the white and red side. Blue, red, white. Okay, and we're going to attach another rod right to the other side. Like that. We're going to heat up the middle section now. I turned the flame down a little so you guys can see it a little better. Normally I use a bigger flame, but we'll just use this one. Thank you, Robbie. Yeah, it's been 20 years since I made that thing. I could do a lot better on it, but for the first one, I'm not too disappointed. So you can see exactly where I'm heating that middle section. We're looking really good right now. It's getting hot enough to go ahead and start stretching it out a little bit. I call this the dragon eye, because it does look like a dragon's eye when you get down. A little bit more. We're just stretching out that way. There we go. So now we took it from round, made it elongated. Now when we push it back together, we can put a lot of twisty to it. What's up, John? All right, so here we go. Thank you for the follows on TikTok. I appreciate it. Thank you for the subscriptions on YouTube. I also appreciate it. It definitely helps the channel, subscribing on YouTube and following on TikTok. We're going to bring it out a little bit. You can see a little bit of that spiral kind of going. We're not going to do too much. Thank you, Philip. Had to add that angry pickle? Awesome. Philip, that's amazing. Thank you. I got to tell you, I should have done a kiln reveal because when I pulled the angry pickle out of the kiln, I was laughing my butt off. I was literally laughing at it. It's so cool, but funny. All right, we got a nice little twist in there. I don't have to do any more. We're going to let it cool off for a second, and I'll show you where we're at. Thank you for the high five. Sherry, thank you so much. I almost said Cheryl again. I'm so sorry. If I ever do that, just correct me. I'm okay with that. All right, let's see if we can get it cooled down just a little bit so you guys can see the spiral going off. It shouldn't take very long, but you'll start to see that little twist going into it. And there we go. So this is a remix of oddball stuff that I have, and we're just making it into something else. The next one's going to be amazing. Debbie, the Angry Pickle's on YouTube. You can go watch it. Yeah, there's a replay of the Angry Pickle on YouTube. You can always rewatch a missed episode on YouTube. All right, let's get this round. Change the angle. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you all are doing well. Another challenge I was thinking about doing is making s'mores with glass. So like real s'mores, taking 2 hot pieces of glass and smushing it. I don't know if that'll work, but I was thinking about doing a food challenge. Like doing a total food challenge with it. All right, here we go. We're going to start using the marble mold again. There we are. This is actually kind of a cool marble. I was kind of debating whether it was going to be cool or not, but yeah, I'm okay with it. And there we are. So we got half a marble. Time to go to the close-up for a second. So we got half a marble going on. You can still see that spiral elongating through there. And then when the red pops in, it's going to be even better. Let's let it cool off for a second before I attach. Yeah, we got some cool colors bouncing through there. I like it. I like it. We need another punty, though. Now we're going to get the other side fully rounded. This next remix, though, I'm kind of curious about how it's going to look. I have an idea for it. Okay, we're going to burn this off. Bring the old filter back up. There we are, so you guys can see a little bit of filter action there. So that's how I see everything versus that. Yeah, I built my own didymium lens for the camera. Nobody had what I wanted, so I built my own. All right, let's get this round. What's up, Larry? How you doing? All right, here we go. We're going to round this up. Every time I do this, I keep thinking of that song, You Spin Me Right Round, Baby, Right Round. Every single time. It just gets stuck in my head. Now I shared it with you guys, and it gets stuck in your head too. Welcome to what's in my head. What's the hardest thing to work with? What glass is the hardest to work with? Ooh. Certain colors are a pain in the butt. But in all honesty, if you really want to know if someone has any skill whatsoever, ask them to make something out of clear. Like just clear. Because anything out of pure clear, you can't hide a single flaw. Nothing. Nothing. Every little bubble, every little wrinkle, every weld will show up. That's why if any glassblower wants to challenge me, I'm good with it. Let's go. We'll do it out of clear. Straight up clear. I'll take a challenge. No color. I can't tell you how many, $5,000 and $10,000 pieces of glass I've seen with cracks. Oh, I'd totally do a glass blowing challenge. I'm open to it. I'll throw down with anybody. Well, let's go. I'll throw down with people. And I may lose. I'm okay with losing. If I lost the challenge, I'd be happy. That means someone was pretty freaking awesome. And then you guys would get the benefit of it. Have I done any challenges before? Once or twice. But like Dragonfly and Groves, they don't know it yet. And probably Bayo, I don't know if she's on yet. I'll probably do a multi-stream and have them live with me and do a kind of like a tutorial, not a challenge, but like an instructional in front of all of you guys if they're up for it. All right, we got to get the other side just a little bit more round, and this one will be all done. They just don't know it yet. Oh my God, the color on the top of this is beautiful. I'm going to see if I can show this to you. I don't know if it'll show up. I'm hoping it does. But the color on the top of this, before I melt this little nipple in here, I want to show you. I got to really move this angle though. All right, I'm going to try and get as close as I can. Ready? Oh, crap. Anyway, we got some beautiful blues and greens running through there. There's a little red popping in right there. Oh man, I can't stretch any further. I can't zoom my camera any further. Anyway, so we got nice little, it's like blue-green. It looks like agate. That's what it looks like. Have you ever seen those like flat agate stones? Looks like that. I know you do now, Groves. I'm going to put you in Dragonfly on the spot. But I think it'll be fun. Do like a multi-stream, bring you guys in, and then we'll do a full instructional live. I'll guide you through, and then you guys will follow along. Yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun. Side view's not up yet. Yeah, we're not, side view's not up. I've been moving everything around. I think this is done. Just have to polish it out a little bit. Let me go to the super small one here. See, that's how you know it's round, when it's not jumping up and down like an angry jumping bean. All right, we're good. We're going to grab our little marble mold here, marble holder mold. Marble holder. We're going to grab it and we're going to grip it here and tap it and rip it. There we go. Polish it off. See if I can get it close up. I don't know if I can. So we do have some really cool colors bouncing through there. Oop, almost dropped it. I hope you guys can see a little bit of that blue-green color right there, the agate-looking color right there. You got a little bit of a view of it right there. Now there's going to be some red popping in, and all these little white spots, there's going to be red popping in. All right, that marble's done. Let's go ahead and finish the butterfly off. We'll burn it off on the bottom, and then we'll start the next project. The next one's going to take a little bit. Not yet. I should be on Twitch, though, pretty soon. All right, there's the butterfly that we got going right there. Definitely love that gold fume on there. And then that stem completely glows in the dark. There we go. So yeah, I do like that. I can't really get a good angle at it. It's beautiful though. I do like that design. I might keep that design. That's not a bad design, to be honest. All right, before we do that, I'll show you the little ship we did. Did I bring it out? I thought I brought the ship out. Maybe I didn't. If I did, I lost it. I guess I didn't bring it out. Oh well. I thought I brought it. Okay, let's go ahead and you guys ready for the next remix? This one's going to be crazy. I'm just warning you. We did this piece a very, very long time ago. A long time ago. And I need to cut this off because we need a very strong holding rod. Here we go. We're going to separate. Oh, tonight, maybe we'll do a mushroom tonight. You guys want to see a mushroom tonight? I haven't done one in a long time. Maybe we can do an angry mushroom. That'll be next. Angry mushroom. Oh, don't fall. Oh, crap. We did this mermaid, eyeball, crab, octopus audience participation piece a long time ago that nobody claimed, I don't believe. So let me bring it out to show you real quick. Then we're going to pop it into the kiln. So we did this like really funky eyeball, mermaid tail, octopus, crab claw piece. Okay. We did this a while ago. So it sits kind of like that. We're going to park it in the kiln real quick. After that attachment. And then this was the uranium glass that shattered on me. You know what? Before we go too far, bear with me for 5 seconds here, 10 seconds. I'm going to adjust my camera. Hold on. If I were an adjustment, there we go. We're going to move it over just a touch. And there we go. There. That should be a little better. So we did this a while ago, and this whole base cracked. I was so disappointed at it. That's the problem. Some of the colored glass cracks, and when it does, it sucks. We're going to use the black light on it, but you can see the whole thing is uranium. But the secondary color I use cracked. And that's the problem. It sucks when that happens. But now I have to separate this. We should probably use a glove on this one. I don't feel like slicing my finger open on live stream. All right, it may explode. So if it does, I'm fine. But we got to bring it right in here. We got to separate this. And use a little tight micro flame and I can tell you right now, oh shit, my heart rate's running 1,000,000 miles an hour. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. I told you that stuff is scary as crap. I owe a tip to the swear jar. I hate that. But I didn't want to preheat this. If I'd put it in the kiln, it would have shattered. And then I would have had 1,000,000 little bits in the kiln. Okay, let's clean this up now. You have a swear jar too? Hey, Callie, how are you? Yeah, I definitely have a swear jar. I don't swear that much. I really don't like to. I really don't like it, for me personally. All right, let's clean this up. All right. So we got our little goblet top here, and we're going to take that. This is, again, this is a remix. Remixes are where I take an item and I remix it into other items because I didn't like what was happening with it. So we're going to take that funky mermaid piece out, the mermaid hybrid. We're going to move that marble way in the back. Get back there. Back in the room for you. Yep. And here we go. And we just got to make sure that weld is in there really nice and tight. Nice and clean. Now, if I remember right, this has uranium in it. All right. Oh, man, this is hard to hold. I hope I don't drop it. Crap. It's very heavy. All right, so we're going to take that. We're going to make a little bottom for it, a little base, and we're going to put this together as a little glass. It'll kind of be a funky little oddball glass. Did you move on me? Yeah, it got crooked. Hold on. It moved a little bit. There we go. All right, I got to hold this for a second. Okay, we're going to separate here. Because I don't need that anymore at the moment. Let's clean that up a little, and then we'll make a little base for it. It's going to be one big-ass glass, though. I may have to turn this tail. Little mermaid tail. But we're getting there. So now I just have to make something that this attaches to and bring it down. I'm going to see if I can do that, but we'll see. That's not going to work. All right. So let's make a little base for it, and then we'll knock it out from there. No, not a bell, although I have done bells. All right, let's make a little base. I got some green here. We'll use that. Not the lime green. We'll use a dark. All right. I'm hoping it doesn't crack on here too much. I'm okay with a little bit in the top cracking, but I'm not okay with the whole piece cracking. I need a lot of this green. There we go. Let's go ahead and pop it back out. I got to warm this up a little. So this is just warming it up. It's not really melting it. Just warming it up. Which is what we want. We want it warm, nice and hot. Then we'll bring it down, increase the temperature. There we go. Seal it off. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Be nice. Be nice tonight. All right, we got to warm up the whole tube now. Okay, we're doing good. We're going to attach a little punty to the front. Now for the base, I'm gonna kind of do a traditional wine glass base, but it's gonna be not traditional. So it's not going to be looking like a perfect piece of flatware, like crystal wine glass. We're going to kind of give it the funky shape that it deserves for that piece. It needs a funky piece. Hank Hill would be proud. Hank Hill's my uncle, man. Don't. Hank Hill is proud. Me and Hank are like two peas in a pod. I have the ultimate propane accessory. All right, there we go. We're going to stretch this out a little bit. Getting a little finger cramp there. Okay, we're going to bring it out here. So what we're doing tonight is we are remixing. So I am taking glass items that didn't work out, or one-offs that I was trying, or something funky, pieces I didn't complete, and we're remixing them into other items. So these are non-standard items, like totally not on the menu. All right, let's bring it close up. Here we go. So we're going to bring it out here. So this is that dark green color I have. We're going to silver fume it. So the silver fuming is, no, this is not lead. We're going to take this and we're going to add silver to it. It's going to change the color of the green. Hopefully I got enough silver on here. And I'll show you the after effect. Oh, lots of silver. We're good. Come on, peek out. There you are. And then we're going to burn it in there, and I'll show you what it looks like when you add pure silver to the glass. So we had a dark green. And now we just added silver on there. You can see it is silver plated. Has that silver plating looking to it, shine to it. And that's what it looks like when we get all done with that. Make 2 peas in a pot. That would be fun. Yeah, I should do that. All right, let's go ahead and get ready to make this base. So we're going to go around and we're going to dot all the way around here before we open up the flare for the base for that funky piece. We're just going to come around and dot everywhere. Dot, 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 dot. If you're old enough to remember having a number 2 pencil and taking tests and having to fill in the little squares, this is it. Perfect practice. Remember those little tests where you had to fill in the little dots with your number 2 pencil? Yeah. They kept saying you have to use a number 2 pencil. If you don't use a number 2 pencil, it won't count. That's an 80s thing. I know everybody that had iPads and laptops going to school is probably like, what the hell's that? What the hell's he talking about? Look at it. All right, here we go. All the way around. One more row, and then we'll be all done. Yep, Scantrons, whatever they were called, number 2 pencil only. I don't feel old. I'm right with you. All right, one more little row. Actually, I'm going to go all the way down, then we'll open it up. I want it going all the way down here. So this is the remix. Remix we go. There we go. Now that's a fire. All right, let's bring it close up. Filter might actually work good on this one. There we go. See, I told you filter would work good on this versus that. All right, so we're going to blend all those dots in, then we're going to blow it open. We're going to create the base for that funky mermaid, one eyeball, octopus, tentacle, crab claw, wine glass. I just have to get this completely melted in. Because this has to be really, really thick and heavy so the glass doesn't become tipsy. It needs to be flat, but also super heavy. All right, here we go. We're going to blow it open a little bit. All right, before I do any more to it, I'll let it cool off so you guys can see it a little. So you can see all the dots blended in there now. Just has this really funky looking pattern to it. And that'll be the base. So we got to open it up on the bottom and flare it open the same way. Glass getting tipsy while you are? I'm not getting tipsy. All right, here we go. People always ask me, why don't you, like when I'm in public, I don't drink anymore. It's not because I had a problem. I just don't like hangovers. It's not worth it. There's a price you pay for everything, and that price I don't want to pay anymore. I hate that. All right, now this one I don't blow out. I do what's called a pick open. So you keep picking it open a little bit further and further until there's not enough glass to spread across the center, and it just automatically opens up like that. We might get a whistle. Nope, no whistle. Okay, so now we got an open hole right in the center. Got this little bobble here, and we're going to flare it open. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that, Rich. Hangovers suck. What's up, Scooby Q? Okay, so we got to get it super hot, and then we're going to flare it open just by centrifugal force. We're going to spin, spin, spin till it just starts opening up. Really looks like a golf ball right now. Technically, it could be a golf ball. Come on, I need it odd shaped. I don't want it perfect. Ah. Oh well. I wanted it really odd shaped. All right. I can live with that. All right, so there's the inside, but there is the outside that has all those dots on it. All right, next step, we got to grab it with a claw tool here. Lock it in low. We're going to burn it off here, get warmed up on everything. And we're going to burn it off here, and we're going to add some stability to it because it is tubing right now, so we need to add some structure. So we're just going to take some clear and stripe all the way down. There we are. This is going to be a cool remix. So we're doing remixes tonight. Remix is a item or items that I've done in the past that just didn't quite make the cut for some reason or another, or items that I didn't finish for some other reason. And then I take them and I just remix them into other items. All right, so what I did here is I just added a bunch of clear to the outside of that little stem. It's going to give it some stability for strength, but it's also going to create some character as I start to stretch this out. And bend and twist and swirl and all that fun stuff. Hope I put enough on there. If I didn't put enough on, I can make a solid version, but I prefer to keep it all the same color here. Just got to close it down. So what I'm doing is letting the tubing shrink down, get a lot thicker, and that'll add a lot of stability to this. All right, we're good. My claw tool's not holding. All right, so this is the stem. We're going to put that on, and we're going to go ahead and fuse it now. Here we go. I should probably put gloves on again. Something tells me I should have gloves on. These are my Kevlar gloves. Perfect. Got to bend it a little bit, but yeah, it should be good to go here pretty soon. Going to come right in here and heat it up and give it a bend. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Oh, I see what happened. All good. This is going to take a little bit of work here. I got one little correction, but before I do it, I'll set it down for just a second. Actually, I can't set it down very long. I'm going to bring it over here. Come on. There. So we got to put that tail down a little bit, but it's all good. But before I do that, I got to reheat it. There we go. Nope, no Smith torch. Don't need it. I have one, but I don't need it for that. Definitely don't need it for that. It's just a funky, funky goblet. What can I say? It's a total funky goblet. I got to let it heat up though. So what happened is the mermaid tail came a little bit below the rim where it sits. So if I set it down, it's going to teeter on that tail. So I got to heat it up in the kiln, and then I'll hit that tail just a little bit to bring it out. Let's see if I have anything else hanging out here that... I don't have any other remix. Let's make some glow-in-the-dark stuff. Let's make some glow-in-the-dark. While I wait for that to heat up. So we're going to use a true glow-in-the-dark glass, not just blacklight. Is that a witch hat in front? No, that was the goblet top that cracked, or the goblet bottom. Yeah, it's all shattered. I'll bring it up close. Maybe I'll do a smash video of it. But yeah, you can see it's all shattered. Almost looks like a green poop emoji Christmas tree. But you can see all the shattering in it. The glass was bad. Let me see if I got the black light here. So there it is. But yeah, it's full uranium. I don't know if I'm gonna shatter it or what the hell I'm gonna do with it. But yeah, unfortunately it's all cracked. I could probably pop it in the kiln after I get that piece done and turn it into something. Yeah, it sucks. I wish it was a doable witch hat or something. Is it difficult to blow glass with the torches in the kiln? No. No, this is actually easier. And the reason is, most of the time what you're talking about is offhand glass blowing with the big, gigantic furnace. If you ever watch those videos, notice nobody's doing it by themselves. So you always have to have somebody around to help you, like an assistant. This form of glass, you don't need anybody. You can do it all by yourself. Oh, I should, Dragonfly. I know who made the poop emoji. It's funny that I mentioned poop emoji and the next day they made one, but it's all right. I do use a kiln afterwards. It's for annealing. Yeah, that's right. What do you got? You guys want to do a glow-in-the-dark marble? We can do that out of tubing. You want to see how to do a glow-in-the-dark marble out of tubing? It's actually pretty cool. We can take tubing and make a glow-in-the-dark marble. Oh, Dragonfly, you know who. It's a green, the Green Menace. That's what I'll call them, the Green Menace. All right, here we go. I don't really care, though. If that's the best they want to do, then that's about good for them. Glow in the dark with fuming. We might be able to do a little glow in the dark with fuming. The problem is the fuming kind of makes the glow in the dark disappear because you cover it with fume. Yeah, like in a hot shop. That's exactly what Groves has it. Hey, Cody, what's up? How you doing? All right, so we're going to heat this up, and we're going to bring it in. We're going to pop the top open. We're going to use this glow-in-the-dark glass down here. It's in a powder form, and we're going to mix it up. Or not mix it up. We're going to make a marble. We're going to make a spiral marble. If you've never seen a marble made out of tubing, we're going to do that. Freezing stream? I don't see myself freezing. Do you put something in it to make it glow? Yeah, glow in the dark glass. And there we go. Boop. Open it up. I got it a little wobbly there. Almost turned into an angry pickle on its own. We should do a glow-in-the-dark pickle too. Glow-in-the-dark pickle. All right, let's put the powder in there and spread it around. Good night, Colleen. Have a good one. So a little bit more powder in here. Get it really, really super glow. This is the only glow-in-the-dark glass that I can guarantee isn't a cracking glass. It won't crack if you do it right. And it is now available from North Star Glass. They just received a new shipment of it, so they should have some any day now, actually. I just sent them a bunch. They were all out. Okay, so in order to do tubing, we're going to pull it close up. So we got the tube here, and it's opened up. You can see that glow-in-the-dark powder on the inside there. Now, the trick to this is you cannot seal it. So you can't seal this tube all the way down. You can't close off the end, either end. We have to take another piece of tubing here. And we're going to attach it to the other end. Like that. Stretch it out. So now we got two open ends. We're going to start heating from the middle section, and we're going to work our way out. How long does my gas last on the torch? As long as I need it. I got tons of gas. I have a pet dragon. All right, so you start heating from the middle. And we're going to start creating a little spiral in here. This part does take a little practice. There we go. Getting a beautiful little spiral in there of glow-in-the-dark glass. Get it really, really melded in there. And now it looks good. Perfect. I don't know. I'm going to try and bring it over so you guys can see a little bit of that spiral running through there now. So now we got a spiral of glow-in-the-dark glass in there, like that. And it's all kind of all happy little spirals. Happy little spirals. All right, we're going to taper it down. And pull it down. We're making a glow-in-the-dark marble. I'll have to go over that with Ian Groves in private, Dragonfly. This does take a little bit of practice. All right, we're going to take this end off. Hopefully I can get this in front of the camera and you guys can see the spiral going on in there. So you can see that little spiral of glass in there. Oh, hello. So that is all glow-in-the-dark glass in there, and we got a nice tight little spiral running around there. How long does it take to create skull marbles? About a half hour, roughly, depending on how detailed we get, but about half hour. It can take up to 45 minutes if we get crazy with it. All right, let me clean this up a little. All right, we're going to take off the other end now and remove all the air out of it. We don't want any air. A little bit's fine, but not a lot. Just a little air is okay. All right, let's go ahead and take this end down, get rid of the air, and then we'll make this into a cool marble. Are there classes to learn lampwork skills? No, there are classes. I learned the basics from my mother, and then I kind of had to invent my own style. Back in the day, there weren't a lot of classes. There were not a lot of people teaching this. In fact, back in the day, people would actually, if you approached them and said, hey, I do glassblowing, they'd shut everything down in front of you. I actually have an original lampworking torch here. You guys want to see it? I do have a original lampworking torch, like ancient antique lampworking torch. I actually have, if you guys are interested, I have like 8 of them. I'd be willing to sell them. I have like 8 different styles. They're all different because they're all oddballs. But I have original lampworking torches. I have one that I'm going to keep, but I have like 8 of them. I had a antique dealer. First I bought one, and then I saw a guy selling them on Facebook, believe it or not, Marketplace, and he had 8 of them, and he's like, you want to buy all 8? I'll give you a good deal. I was like, yep. So I bought all 8 of them, but I don't need 8 of them. Let me just pop this down a little. I got to get rid of this air. There's still a little air left in here. There we go. This is an original lamp working torch from kerosene. I'll pull out the larger view here so you can see it a little better. So you'd have to pump this up with pressure and then adjust your valves, and then you would be able to have that as a torch. Yeah, I have 8 of them. They're really cool looking too. I have they're all different styles. All of them are different. All right, let's go ahead and get this marble done. So now you can see we got that spiral really tight in there. Let me see if I can bring it out here. Oh, there we go. A little bright. Yeah, it's too bright. There, you can see a little bit of the spiral. All right, let's just do something here. Hold on. Okay. Well, I'm still running my timer from last night. Holy crap. All right, hold on. I'm going to try something here. Nope, there's the chandelier. Nope. Oh, this one will work. Hold on. Be patient with me for a second. We're going to zoom in. Give me 1 second here and we'll zoom right in. There. There, you can see the spiral a lot better. So that is the cool spiral. All right, let's add some color to this and get this marble done. What do I have for colors? Oh, I don't know what the hell this color is. We're going to use it, though. There it is. So I have this really funky color. I have no idea what it is. I'll try and bring it close up for a second. It's like a gray, like a funky gray color, but I know it's not going to be gray in the end. Actually, we'll leave it here. I know it has a silver base to it, so we're going to see what it looks like. All right, should be enough color on there. We're going to dot with some clear because I know this is a silver base color, meaning it's got silver in it, and it should color change with with clear on it. Yeah, it should create a really cool color. I'm going to add some dots on here. So what I did is I just added some dots on there. Then we're going to melt them down and twist it up. No, it's not a purple. It's definitely like an amber purple family, but it's got a gray base to it. So I'm assuming it's going to have some greens in it. We'll see. Thank you for the follow, everybody's favorite ghosty. All right, here we go. We're going to twist that color up real quick. Create these little striations in it. Like that. Then we're going to start forming into a marble. Then we'll do the other side. What's up, Wendy? How are you? We are making a glow-in-the-dark marble. We were doing a remix night. Remix night is where I take random items that I have made throughout some time here, and I remix them into other items. They just didn't hit the mark of what I wanted, or it was a project I abandoned, and then we turned it into something else. So the nice part about this is it's going to have a really nice tight spiral in the middle. And then the two end caps are going to be dark, so it's going to glow super bright on the inside. Here we go. We're going to start forming this marble up. It's not a big one, but it's going to be looking good. All right, we'll see if we can let it cool off for a second. And, I can show you a little bit of the pattern to it. Got to let it cool for a second. The colors are so hot, they don't show yet. You can start to see a little bit of that patterning happening in the top up there. It's starting to come around. Those little dots in there. Oh, I got the other view. Hold on. There. Now you can see a little bit of that patterning happening. And there's more little striations than what's showing up. All right, we got to punty to the other side and make the other side have the same coloring to it. So we're going to bring it out here. And then we're going to add the color to the other side. Get a little bit of clear on here first. Okay. So this marble will actually glow in the dark. JCH, thank you for the jewels, the floating heart. Appreciate it. And we're going to grab that. We're going to start adding the color over here. Here we go. So we just have to cap the other side, and we'll have a nice little spiral right in the middle. And it'll look kind of cool. Here we go. What's up, Fidel? How are you? All right, that should be enough. Let's go ahead and add the little clear dot, spiral it up, and call it done. And here we go. We're going to add some dots all the way around. And then after this, we'll finish that glass up and see how it looks. All right, there we are. You're going to take those dots and spin them up. I'm doing good, Fidel. Thanks for asking. Bring the filter back out so you guys can see what I see. There we go. And we're looking good. We're going to spin that up. Pull it apart. So this marble was made completely out of tubing in the beginning. What's up, L to the B? How you doing? Wendy, thank you for the pirate hat. Thank you. Appreciate you. And here we go. So now we just have to get it round. It's kind of like not round. All right, this is going to be actually pretty awesome. It's got just the right little window in it to see that spiral. It's like a secret window. Let's go ahead and pull the view out so you guys can see the marble, how it's actually made. And here we go. This is actually pretty awesome. It's like one of the better marbles I've done in a while. I really like it. All right, last punchy to the other side, get this super round, and we're done with this one. And then we're going to finish off that wine glass. All right, let's just get it rounded out. But a little bit of work left, not much. A little bit of work left. Just a tiny bit. Everything's good out to the beat. All right, let's get this super smooth. Make it kind of in the semi-egg shape. Looks like mork from mork. A little bit more, just a tiny bit, a wee bit. It definitely has a secret window, though. I like that. All right, one last little bit here. It's got one tiny wobble. And I think that does it. Just to be sure, one last little pass. Yep, that's it. All right, we'll bring it into the super close up and you guys will be able to see an amazing little marble here. So this one was originally done with glow-in-the-dark glass and tubing. Oh, there we go. So you can kind of see that. Well, you can't really see this. There it is, the spiral in there. There we go. Now you can see that spiral running in there. That is a glow-in-the-dark glass. And that is the front up there. It's going to be a cool-ass pattern. I can't get it angle-wise. There we go. But that's all glow-in-the-dark in the middle. I wish you could see how tight that spiral is. Go ahead and get it off the stick. So this is how you remove it. You grab it with Dragonfly Creations' amazing little marble holders here, and you tap, then off it comes. All right, let me see if I can get it one more time here. Yeah, it's hard to see that spiral, but the colors look good. This is a badass marble. Completely badass. All right, let's finish the funky glass. I'm a little nervous about this. Could totally crack on me. We're going to put the gloves back on because I don't, if it shatters, breaks, cracks, I don't want it breaking in my freaking hand. I definitely don't want that happening. Oh, those colors look really good. It is very spacey looking. And when it glows in the dark, it's going to be pretty amazing. All right, here we go. Let me just get this tail bent. Just a little. I just needed a minute with it. But this is the funky glass. Sits there like that. Sitting on some shed. some scrap glass. But there is a funky, cool glass like that. Got this big old eyeball. I don't know if it'll glow. It definitely has uranium in it, though. But yeah, that's a funky glass. Let me see if I can bring it in real quick. Like that. So it's got a mermaid tail, a lobster claw, an octopus tentacle, and just this gigantic eyeball. Now it goes in the kiln. Barely fits in there too. Holy crap. Yeah, that barely fit. It does look kind of cool. It is really funky. That is like the funky funk. Pop it back out. So what do you guys think? Should I put this in the kiln, this cracked piece, and see if we can pull it into something? I don't know if it'll survive, but we can pop it in there. This is a lot of uranium glass. So it's got a lot of cracks in it, but I might be able to salvage it into something. Definitely got a lot of uranium. All right, I'm going to pop it in. It may explode. If you hear it shatter, it may shatter. Yeah, it definitely may shatter. I don't know, Jenny. I might be able to make it into a marble. I don't know. I don't know yet. I'll have to see what it looks like when I start pulling it down. It's definitely going to require some heat. Let's make a glow-in-the-dark pen while that's heating up. So I'm going to make a cool rainbow glow-in-the-dark pen. Yeah, we're going to make an actual pen. But this time I'm going to add some rainbow colors to it. We're going to do it very, very, very colorful. And then it'll glow in the dark too, which will be badass. Frankenglass, that's what we should call it. So what I did tonight is I took a lot of pieces. If you're just joining the stream, you can always go rewatch the stream. But I took a lot of pieces that were oddball or things that didn't quite go together, or like I started a piece and didn't finish. And I did a remix. So I took them all and I just combined different pieces and did a complete remix with it. So this is actually glow in the dark glass, not just like a uranium that glows under black light. This will glow in the dark. 100%. But we got to preheat the tube real quick. And we're going to spin. So we got to open it up at the end here. So we can pop a little hole in it. We'll do it close up. I'll give you guys a little pop. Y'all want to pop? It does. Thank you, Wendy. It didn't pop. You want to see something cool? That's how fast that cooled off. It cools off that fast when it's that thin. Is that 28 medium wall? Nope, 24 heavy. I don't like medium wall. Hate it, actually. All right, let's put the glow in there. If I was going to work medium wall or thin wall, I would definitely have like a Herbert Arnold or something. I definitely don't want to do it on a GTT. Too damn hot. All right, here we go. We're putting the glow-in-the-dark glass in there. So once we get done with the glow, you can see it on the inside there. So it's a powder form, but it allows me to coat the whole thing like that. Makes it super easy to spread. You don't have to draw little lines in there. All right, let's go ahead and seal this off. I need another rod here. Here we go. And we're going to make this super colorful. But before we do that, we got to melt all the glow in the dark in there first. That's the first trick. Got to melt it in. And then we'll stripe it and form it into a pen. So we're just blending this in. There we go. Get it all melded in there. It's definitely ooey gooey right now. Then we have to open it up just a little bit because it collapsed down. Then we got all the powder spread all evenly in there. It's nice and even. This is going to glow like crazy. It's kind of like a frit, but it's literally about the consistency of talcum powder. It's a very, very fine frit into a powder form. And so when you layer it in there, it spreads it even, but it can leave it a little chunky in spots. But as we stretch it out, those chunks kind of pull down, and then that goes away. We are making a glow-in-the-dark glass writing pen. Yeah, we're making a glow-in-the-dark glass writing pen. I'm going to pop it out to the main view for a little bit while we stripe this down. I'm going to move the glow-in-the-dark just in case this pops off. Let's go ahead and add some yellow. Yeller. We're going to add some yeller on here. Old yeller. There we go. On that side, we're going to go right to the opposite side and add it there. We're going to grab some deep orange. It's almost like a cherry orange. A little sensitive right there. It's like a in between orange and red. All right, let's go ahead and add this in. Okay, we got that. I think I got Red Elvis up here. I hope I do. I do. We're going to go right next to it with some Red Elvis. This is like a really cool color. It's like one of my favorites. There we go. We're going to add some no. I'm trying to find the green that I want to use. I think this will work. There, we got some green, and then we just need blue. Now, remember I pulled some dark blue stringers here. That's a little light. There's my huckleberry right there. There we go. Okay, so we'll pop it back up in the zone here. So now we got all the colors bouncing around. Now they look super dark right now, but when they cool off, they're going to look amazing. Good night, John. Thank you for hanging. I appreciate you. We got to do the birthday cake. Did you send a message about when to do that? Because I want to get that done for you. All right, let's go ahead and tear this down. There, we're all locked in. So we just have to wait for it to cool for a second, and then we're going to spin it and twist it. Oh, thank you, Philip. Yeah, that was a very cool marble. Actually, I really like that one, Philip. Yeah, that one was pretty dang nice. I liked it. I know exactly the one. You got a good one there. All right, here we go. So we're going to melt it in, and we're going to start twisting this up. We're going to spiral it around. So this will be a rainbow of colors. And then on the inside, it will glow in the dark. And this will be a writing pen, like a ballpoint writing pen. Refillable with Bic inserts. Just your regular standard Bic pen. And let's work on the back end a little bit. All right, we're going to tear a little bit of this back end off here because it's too long, too much. So you can kind of see the colors starting to meld in there. They're not coming all the way in yet, but they are definitely there. All right, we got to put the little hole in there for the kickstand. This will also allow me to finish off the other end. We're just going to heat it up here. So a kickstand is basically a little marble nubby that stops it from rolling off tables. Warm it up. Anakin, thank you. Okay, let's attach a little holding rod to the end. Like that. And then we'll make the opening for the big pen. And then this one will be rainbow with glow in the dark. There we go, finally. That'll work. Okay, then we got to use my high-tech tool, my drill bit. And it's a perfect fit. And you can see the rainbow colors starting to come out. And then that's the opening for it. Now I do have to park it back in the kiln before it gets to, before I can finish it. So now you can see the colors starting to come out. It'll be a lot brighter when it cools off. But I got to park it in the kiln. I can't finish it at the moment. Cooled off too much. All right, let's see if we can get that big piece out and see if we can get it melted. It may explode. If it does, I'm not going to mess with it. because it's just going to make a total mess on my bench. Thank you, Karen. And here we go. That's pretty good. Pretty even there. All right, let's see if this thing blows up. I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous about it. I'm really not going to lie about that. If it blows up, it's going to make a total mess. I hate that. I just need to get this on there. I don't care if it's pretty or not. I just need it on. All right, moment of truth. Who sent that? Paige, thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to try and taper this down a little bit before we try stretching it out. I guess I could bring it close up now. There, you guys can see a little bit of fire. I wonder if the filter will work good. I can't hold it too close, but there. So that's what I see. Versus that. I can't hold it out there very long, though. I'm just trying to get it to drip down. This is one big-ass piece of glass. All right, let's grip it with the other rod and see if we can get it to do anything. I'm going to try and trim some of this off. Hold on. Maybe I could trim it a little bit. Nope, that's pretty damn solid. Right now I'm remixing glass. So this is a piece that went completely sideways, cracked all over the place. So we're going to try and take it down and turn it to something else. But I don't know if this glass is really salvageable. Definitely takes a lot of heat to get it heated to the core. All right, let's see if we can kind of stretch this out a little bit. May not be able to save all of it. How about I not hold that over my crotch? What's up, Gene? How you doing? All right, we're going to probably have to toss some of this away, but I might be able to save a good portion of it. Maybe turn it into a rod we can make some cool hummingbirds with since it has uranium in it. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to save all of it. You're going to hear one big ass sizzle in a moment. All right, here we go. We're not going to save. I'm going to save a little bit of it. I can't save this whole thing. Too much. I'm just going to save a little bit. We'll get some uranium out of it. I don't want to mess with this too much. Get ready for a big sizzle. It's going to be loud. You guys ready? Let me turn to look at all the smoke coming off of it. That's it sizzling in there. Nope, not even close. All right, so we're going to take this. I'm going to bring it up close. It does look cool, but it'll still crack. Actually, we're going to bring it way up. It has a cool pattern to it, but it's definitely going to crack. So we're going to mix it all up with the drill. All right. So we're going to take our handy little drill and mix it up. What's up, Cat? Yep, that's what I was afraid of. That's why you got to be careful doing this. That whole piece was cracked. That's why I tell all the new glass blowers, don't go bananas on this. Use a shield if you're not used to it. You do not want that flinging back at you. There we go. Now I'm comfortable. All right, we're good. I'll bring it up close so you guys get a better view. All right, that should be good. That piece is still melting in the, it's still cooling down in the water. That other chunk, it's still cooling off. If you see steam coming across, that's what it's from. It's still boiling in the water. Good night. Yeah, I love DeWalt. I love my DeWalt drill. It is still smoking. All right, we're going to pull this down into a rod that's hopefully usable later. Just got to get it completely buttoned up at the end here. Maybe we'll test it out tomorrow night. I got to tell you that steam coming off that marble looks cool as hell coming across the screen. All right, here we go. It does make it look spooky, right? And here we go. We're going to start pulling this down. I probably should expand the view so you guys get a look. I like the new angle. I think it's working really good. Smoke on the water. That's right, Gene. All right, here we go. All right, that's as far as I can stretch. I can't go any further. I am fully winged out, but there is one end, and then we got the other end right there. That's 4.5 feet of rod now. Not like that. And we'll let it cool off. That was a lot of work. Chris, have a good night if you got to take off. I appreciate you, man. Yeah. I need some Mountain Dew, though. That was hot. The boat turned out good. It's in the house. I thought I brought it out. But apparently I did. If you guys want, I can take a short jaunt in the house and grab the boat if you want. It'll take me like a minute or less. If you want, I'll go grab it. If you want me to go pick it up. Sounds good? Okay, let me go pick up the boat. All right, be right back. Oh, I get to walk in with you guys. Hopefully the microphone still works. All right. And we're going to grab the... Here we go, and I'll show you guys. Yeah, I didn't bring it out. I thought I did. And there goes Fritz following me. All right, we're back. Let me put that right there. And I'll bring it into the close-up view and you guys can see the boat. Let's see if I can, maybe this one right there. Okay. So there's a little boat. It's not perfect by any stretch, but yeah, there's a little shippy boat. I'm trying to grip it so you guys can see it a little better. There, I'm holding the rudder. Yeah, it's definitely rough. It's been 20 years since I made these guys, but yeah, it's kind of cool. It's not bad for not having done it in 20 years. All right. It actually sits kind of cool. There, we'll just park it right there. That marble mold's not balanced. There. I don't have any others. Which one is going to be better? None of these marble mold. There. Yeah, it's been 20 years since I made that. But it was a fun project. I mean, I can do more later if you guys want. What's up, Betty? Yeah, that's a spun glass. I made that last night. I don't know what got me thinking about it, but I was like, let's make a boat. And I did. I don't know why we decided to make a boat. All right, I'm going to make a hummingbird out of that really funky color because I don't know what the heck it is still. Where's it at? There it is. I'm going to bring this really up close and show you, see if you guys could. I don't know, you're not going to see it yet. You can kind of see those little colors down there. I want to make a hummingbird out of this and see what it looks like. Okay, I need perfect. How you doing, Betty? Oh, wow, that's way too close. Chris, you have a good night, my friend. All right, so we're going to make the body for the bird real quick, and then I'm not going to add any frit to the body. We're just going to leave it clear. And then we're going to go right into the color of that bird. I've got like 3 rods of it total. I probably got it as a sample at some point. Like a beta test color. So we're going to pull this down. All right, now we'll go close up so you guys get a little better view because it's too far away for that. There we go. It's too far to see a hummingbird being done. Okay, so that's the tail that we're going to start with. She's in skilled nursing right now, Betty. She's doing okay. I'm worried that she's going to have a clot moving. Bayo, how are you? Thank you for the memberships, Bayo. But she's got a blood clot in her leg, and I'm worried that it's going to transfer over to the lung, which is what happened last year. So she's at skilled nursing right now. They're keeping an eye on it, and we'll see what happens. But she's in a good place for that. You know, they can monitor that a lot better than I can. But, you know, blood clots are nothing to mess with. Thank you, Betty. It's been back and forth, you know, but I go visit her all the time. She's only like 7 miles from me, so makes it nice. I can go see her. All right, there we go. We got the tail. Thank you, everybody, for the prayers. I appreciate that. Almost died from a blood clot. That's what I'm saying. They are very serious. All right, let's get the hold. Oh, man, this has a chromie effect. I don't know if I can show you this. We'll see if you can see it. You can kind of see that chromie effect. It's got like a bluish green. I don't know, man. That's kind of funky. That's really pretty, actually. Holy crap. That's actually really, really pretty. Thank you, Jane. Yeah, this is if the wings turn out anyway like the tail, this is going to be gorgeous. See, I like doing clear on the bodies too of the hummingbirds because I think it still makes it look like glass. When you put too much color on, it looks good, but you know, you have to remember this is glass, and having clear really it gives you that look. There we go. Perfect hook. I'm going to move it just a little bit though. Just by a millimeter. There we go. Let's go ahead and make some wings. Yeah, nobody has this color yet. I just found this color like going through my, remember I said I'm redoing the studio? And I came across these 3 rods just sitting there. And like I said, I think they were beta tests from North Star, but they always send me sample pieces before they release color to test. There we go. And a little wing loop, swoop, and group. Okay, here we go. So we'll check this wing here in a minute. I'm going to let it cool off a little before we try and pop the color. Who sent that? Cindy, thank you very much for that chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, she doesn't know it yet. She's not, I don't know if she's watching, but I'm going to make an entire, I'm going to make a stream dedicated to Mom for Mother's Day for having taught me this profession. So I'm going to make a stream dedicated to my mom for teaching me this. And we're going to do a Mother's Day stream for her. And I'm going to make her something pretty amazing. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, my mom is the one that taught me this art form. She started when I was 2 years old. So I've been around it my whole life, and this is what she raised me on. But yeah, I thought I'd do a cool Mother's Day stream for her. Maybe she can even be here for that, and you know, if she gets better. All right, here we go. And we're going to bring it in. Oh, this color's nice. I'm going to want more of this probably now, and I probably won't know what the heck it is. All right, let's put the eyeballs on there, and I'll show you what the color is. It's really pretty neat. It definitely has a silver content to it. Takes me longer to do the eyeballs than it does the wings. All right, let's see if I can show you the color. We're going to pull it right up as close as I can. All right, it looks very dark there. Okay, there's the best way I can get it. Let's see if I can shine the light on there. It's really hard to see how transformative that color is. It's not showing it as beautiful as it really is. You can see a little bit of that bluish in there. It's like a green blue. It's absolutely gorgeous. I need my side cam back. And then we just pop it off and then smooth it out. And there we go. You can kind of see those blues and greens a little in there. You know what I should have is an overhead spotlight. I should have an overhead spotlight on there. That would be neat. It's a really pretty color. Yeah, that one's beautiful. I have enough to do like probably 5 or 6 birds and that's it. of that color. Maybe I'll make a series of them tomorrow for sure. But yeah, we should do that. All right. My kiln is actually full, but I will take some time here. If you guys have any questions that I haven't been able to answer, I'll take some time and answer some questions. If you have some, just fire away and I will. What's up, Witching Grandma? How are you? And I'll answer some questions because this is kind of like a cool down moment for the stream. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to put them out there real quick and I can try and answer them. You having a good night? Thank you, Christy, for everything. I appreciate you. I'm doing good, Witching Grandma. It's been a struggle and a half, but yeah, we're doing good. Beo, of course, I'm so happy you were on too. That was fast to turn out that cool bird. Yeah, the hummingbirds take me about 6-7 minutes from start to finish. We're actually going to do a series this week, probably, of the hummingbird race. We're going to race to the hummingbird. Thank you very much for the good vibes, Melissa. Yeah, my mom needs every little bit she can. Fidel, thank you so much. How can you buy my glass? Go to thefieryguy.com. So the name that's above there, just spelled exactly like that, and .com. Yeah. Does uranium glass register on the Geiger count? Barely. I mean, not really. There's not a lot of uranium at all. In fact, I'm going to see if we pulled that one earlier. Let's see if it's a little warm still there. Let's see if this one has any uranium to it. Oh, it does have uranium. Oh, wow. It has actually lots of uranium. Oh, I almost knocked my ship over. I almost sank my ship. Let me see if I can bring this up close. I almost sank my ship. Yeah, you can see a little bit of that uranium going through there. But it's got a shimmer to it, so it's like uranium shimmer. I don't know. It's a cool color. We'll do some birds out of that. I don't have my self-portrait right now. I don't know where it's at. I gotta find it. I definitely have to find that. But yeah, the first thing I tried making were little snakes and worms. I know I shouldn't sink the ship. I almost hit it though. In fact, I'm going to move it just so I don't. I don't want to sink it. That would be funny though. Did I use the green shimmer? I think so. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I used green shimmer in that. The pickle pendant? Yes, actually. Where did I put the pickle pendant? It's right here. I'm going to have to bring really up close. The pickle pendant's absolutely amazing. Let me do some tweezers with it. And we'll shine the light on it. There's the pickle pendant. It is freaking adorkable. Seriously, this pendant's adorkable. I love this pickle pendant. It's freaking cool as hell. These are definitely going to go on the website. I like it. Yeah, the pickle pendant is amazing, actually. I like it a lot. And then for those of you that missed it, that is the angry pickle that we did. That has the uranium in it too. So there. Angry pickle. And you can see it has all the uranium glow to it. You know what's funny is that yellow actually lights up under the black light. Yeah, that's the angry pickle. That's an angry pickle. All right, you guys. I'm going to log it off from here, and I will see you tomorrow for sure. We'll definitely be on. We'll probably have the side view back up and a few things going on in here. So everything's improving. I like the new angle, though. So we're on a roll.